Simpson.
Oh.
Oh.
And we're live.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
A sports thing?
Hello.
Yeah, this old
Hello.
coach for the Colts.
Okay.
Coats.
I'm going to pretend
Heard
like
him.
I know what you're talking about.
What was his name, Matt?
Jim Mora.
Say his name.
Say my
Jim
name.
Mora.
Say my name.
Jim Mora.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were
think that's
completing the reference.
Jim.
Yeah.
Jim Mora got mad at a media member for asking him about a team getting to the playoffs.
Playoffs?
And he said, "Playoffs? We can't even win a game. Talking about playoffs."
All right. Well, welcome to the movie podium. It is the playoffs in basketball and hockey, but we review movies here.
So,
weekly
if you're here
podcast.
for that, you're in the wrong spot.
Did we fool you?
We're a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week, we get together and talk about it. It's kind of like a book club.
Why are you drawing that
But
out?
for movies.
But
But
for
for
movies.
But for movies.
You never know when it's coming.
Mhm.
Kevin
never
tried
know.
to steal my bit where he goes really early.
He's just early all the time. Or
No,
late,
he used to
maybe.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to be on time, but
you're not the first or the last to accuse him of coming early.
Well, we've been on a real rock and roll kick, if you haven't noticed, and who knows. We're going to keep it going by rock and rolling all night and partying every day. Or is it part of every day? Maybe the next movie we do. And without further ado, we present our next movie.
Hey, you little twerps. Give me your KISS tickets or I'll pop your faces in.
Kiss sucks!
Detroit Rock City.
Kiss sucks.
those little kids are my favorite characters in the whole movie.
Man.
Part of every day is really got me. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like you want to have a good time, but like all
Every
day,
day.
no.
Right.
That's a bit tiring.
What would say?
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
And I also stole it from Role Models, if you remember. Do you remember Role
I don't
Models?
remember. I remember the movie,
that's
but I
where
don't
got
remember.
that from.
Yeah, because they had a whole kiss thing at the end there. Yeah.
We should do that next.
So it's just going to turn into a kiss podcast. I think I might veto that, Matt.
Or we just, or we loop it all together, you know?
Uh,
After that, you do a Sean William Scott movie again or a Paul Rudd movie.
I'm
Podium
not.
Kiss movies.
Actually, Role Models is probably a better movie than this. Well, for our-
I would challenge that.
For our final question today, please tune in to find out if this movie, Detroit Rock City, makes our podium for movies involving a road trip of all time. Let's cheers and hit that intro. I can't wait.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Fancy new animations. Whoa, John, good job. John threw up a popcorn and caught it in his mouth. First
John
time.
threw up?
Ooh.
No, not now.
He
But I
threw
mean,
up
before-
twice,
Rodeo
one in his
cowboy.
pants and one in his homie. Nice.
Homie.
I got some fancy F1 beverage.
It's pronounced fun.
Well, I'm your host, Matt Scott, and I'm here with my dudes, Eric,
That's me. Hi.
Dave,
Hey, Matt.
like your hat,
Thanks.
What's
and
it
hello,
say?
John.
Hello,
Hello,
John.
John.
Hello, John.
So-
Hello, John. Hello.
It's hello,
Hello,
Waluigi.
Did you
There's
ask what it
bisons.
says?
Yeah, what's it say? Bisons? What's that?
Bisons.
What's that? Is that a sports
It's
thing?
the minor league baseball
It
team
is.
in Buffalo.
Okay.
Used
cool.
to be the Cleveland Indians minor league team.
This is
but
not
then-
the sports talk podcast because if it is,
Now-
I am in the wrong spot.
Now it is the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, right. They keep switching those around. All right. Well,
Old
I can't
Toronto.
keep track of that, but I can keep track of our Patreon members. So
Ooh,
thanks
yes.
everybody for checking
Yeah,
us out
thank you, everyone.
and supporting us. Thanks,
Oh,
Alex, Marcus, Ash, and Severs.
You can
Thanks,
check out,
guys.
patreon.com/the movie podium. Thank you.
Yeah, plug that all day.
Thank you so much.
All right. Random ass facts?
Oh, yeah, I should
Wait.
probably be on top of
Proceed.
it. Boom, boom.
Yes, John is still rocking the hat. Also the mustache.
Yeah.
Let
I
it
had to
ride.
update. I updated his little character, animated character in the intro to reflect his facial hair.
My
Which,
cartoon has achieved the mustache as well. Proud
Which is
moment.
pretty funny.
It's amazing.
I also made him wear a Waluigi hat. So
Oh yeah.
And here we are. It is all
uncanny.
coming together.
Hello. Ryan.
Just what we pictured on this podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
John is Waluigi.
Just
All right,
because
first
he
fact.
wore a purple shirt one time.
I know. First fact. This movie is slightly lower than Thor at a 6.8 or minus
Ooh.
0.2 Thor.
I
I think
just
it's fair. I don't think I like this better than Thor personally, but there are some pretty big holes.
We watched Holes?
You're a big hole.
Just
I
a
might
few.
be a big a-hole.
Of course, we all are.
Fair.
I think that's accurate. I think
Yeah.
I'm with you, Matt.
I do too.
I
I hate to say
see
it. Yeah,
lower than
exactly.
Thor. I just want
Me too.
another 0.2 Thor.
I could see this being on par with Thor, but whatever. I don't know if I'm saying that's a 7. I just think Thor could be a 6.8.
That's true.
Whoa.
That's true.
Dude,
as
you're
well.
you're messing with the whole like
I know
system.
the scale. I
You're
can't.
warping
mess
the
with
universe.
I can't. We're not all computers and can
Can't
readjust
cross
like you.
Recalibrating.
Recalibrate.
You got the update.
Yeah. This is the movie podium 1.
What song? Yeah. Yeah.
We
what,
shut him. We restarted him like right before the podcast, so hopefully there's no glitches. I can't
I think
guarantee
yeah.
anything.
Wait,
Right.
shouldn't Russell be at Alice's wedding?
that's
Oh.
Saturday, right? We
Yeah,
got, we
yeah.
got 2
Everybody
days.
would be
I
there,
mean,
like, a few days before.
Yeah, that's fair.
He'll get
It's a
there.
family affair.
Yeah.
All right. Other first facts, since that's just the IMDb score. This was the first film to be released on DVD before VHS.
Whoa,
Pretty wild.
really?
Yeah.
It was in '99, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. So it was released on DVD first,
First, and then they
and
put it
then
on
VHS.
What?
And it was the
Why
first.
would you do that?
Because people
Yeah.
still have VCR.
Well, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, people in
Yeah. Very
people
good
here
point.
are still watching like standard def
Yeah,
TV.
My parents might still have a VCR laying around somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do somewhere too.
Oh, my parents in their basement have a TV VCR combo in front of an elliptical machine.
there you go.
No one knows what we're talking about.
Russell does.
Yes.
So this movie apparently flopped, which may not be surprising. It's rated R and it's geared towards maybe kids might not have been of age to watch it. So I could see maybe hurting some of your audience. They being the film crew, edited or tried to edit this down from a rated R to a PG-13 movie, but then realized it would not be the same movie. So
They just have to cut out like half of the dialogue. That's it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could
and the
tell where
nudity and the
Yeah.
peeing
Drug
and
use.
Yeah,
drugs. Yeah, I mean,
I could tell where it looked like they dubbed out lines and made them less vulgar. And
yeah, that's
I
also
wonder
probably
if that
true.
was part of the attempt. And they're like, we can't save this.
Yeah, it would not have been the same movie. I actually
No.
have this on DVD too. I actually didn't have to pay to see this.
so you got it on DVD before you got it on VHS. That's good.
That is true. Yeah, I never owned
Hey,
that on VHS.
You need to put that away. That's a collector's item.
Apparently, it is the first. I mean, I guess it is.
It's the first pressing right there.
Even though no one has a DVD player anymore, either.
Hey, my PS5 can play DVDs, I think.
That's where I watched it.
I never use it.
If you were wondering where they got all of the really cool Kiss memorabilia,
I
that would
am.
be because most of it was from Gene Simmons' personal collection.
That does not surprise me.
Is he his own biggest
The whole
fan?
movie is just a fucking Kiss gimmick to sell Kiss merchandise.
Yes.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
Yes.
It was a movie made in 1999 geared towards our parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Well,
I-
to the point where Kiss actually reenacted that at the end and was meant to be a 1970s era concert, and they had 3,000 fans. Like they went back in time with their performance and tried to recreate what they did in the 70s. But that was recorded in 1999 and not updated. Like that was like, hey, what did we do back 30 years ago or 20 some years ago? Let's just do that again and try to pretend like it really was to just sell it.
And when I was like, how old were they whenever they did this? They were in their 50s.
That's
Yeah, that sounds about
They're
right.
still fucking going. They are still playing.
Yeah, that's
How
I looked it up.
ridiculous is that?
Gene Simmons was born in 49. That
Yes,
movie
they were
came out in
50.
99, so he was 50. And
Yeah.
then, like, now he's 75.
Yeah. They're never stopping.
He must have sold his soul to the devil.
Oh, I mean that's the only
Mhm.
possible explanation. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm down with that. Also, the shot, the tongue shot was just really great.
Right his mouth.
The fucking tongue
Out
flopping.
to the crowd. The crowd's like, yeah.
So, two more. Technically, Tripp did not give the accurate real names of the Kiss band members. It's a trick question because Gene Simmons' real name is not Gene Simmons. It's Chaim Witt.
Chain wit.
ChaimWitz. Chaim Witz.
Oh
And
man,
why did he pick a stage name again?
Right.
I remember seeing a clip of Gene Simmons on like one of those late night talk shows, and
Yeah.
I cannot remember the lady's name, but she was like an older like no nonsense actress or personality like beside them, and she's like, "How funny would it be if under all that makeup you're just a nice Jewish boy?" And and then he did like the tongue thing, and she's like, "Oh, I know what it," or I like something like, I know what you look like, so like I can tell."
It's hilarious. All right, last one. And I just wanted to point out some of the most fun part about this movie, or some of the most fun, was picking out all of the cameos. Jason Biggs is in it. Did you guys see him or recognize him?
I didn't catch him.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he was wearing a red tracksuit and a brown mullet around the school scene. We had Paul Stanley's real life at the time. My wife at the time of the movie was one of the moms protesting outside of the Kiss concert. Shannon Tweed is the girl that Edward Furlong hooks up with.
Yeah.
She is not only an actress, but she was Gene Simmons' long-term girlfriend, and now they finally married
Yeah.
after 28 years of dating.
They have like a reality show.
They did, yeah.
It's
What
all
was that?
coming together now.
Something with the gene, hanging with the jeans or something. I can't remember. the
Family
exact title.
Jeans
I
or
recall.
I
the-
think-
Yeah, the Family
I
Jewels.
think it's called Rock of Love.
Family Jewels. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rock of Love.
Yeah.
We also had Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, he was in it.
as the host. He's in it. Kevin Corrigan, who we've had
Yeah.
on movies before, he was one of the dudes that stole a car, and of
Yeah.
course Joe Flaherty as Father McNulty.
Yes.
He's
Such a great
Ron
scene.
Jeremy is the funniest to me, but also, yeah, Father McNulty's great.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's a
Is-
cameo. It's like
yeah.
2 seconds.
Is he like famous enough to be considered a cameo?
That's debatable.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I
mean-
really enjoyed his part in the movie.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
go with that.
I think it's specific enough to where it is
Yeah,
a cameo.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. He's not part of this story. All right, let's get some questions in.
We can do that.
First one, favorite thing about the movie. Let's go with John.
It's in Cleveland, or starts in Cleveland.
Hell yeah, it does. Yeah, I've
That's
made
Matt's
that trip
answer.
from. I've
You
made that
took
trip
Matt's
from
answer.
Cleveland to Detroit, and it's not that fun.
I mean, unless you're listening to fucking Thin Lizzy.
I mean, it didn't look
Wow.
like it didn't look like anybody was on the road.
I mean,
Yeah,
Except
And
for
it
the
wasn't-
disco people.
Cobo Hall. It was Cobo Arena.
Yeah, except for the fucking Guidos trying to run you off the road.
Man, that's ridiculous. Anything else, John?
I mean, lots of things. Just another one off the top of my head, how they all split off and have their own separate story. when
Yeah,
they're
that's
like,
pretty good.
Yep.
But I mean, there's so many to pick from. I'll stop there.
Yeah, for sure. Dave?
I mean, yeah, the multiple stories. It's funny how much actual like character build there is in the movie.
Mhm.
You get a little backstory on everybody, kind of, and
Yep.
I don't know. It's just such a goofy. It's a stoner movie.
It is a stoner movie. It's so
Yes,
good.
it is.
I mean,
It's a very stoner movie.
it was just a weird time for it to come out, and again, it's such
think-
a weird.
I
It's
think
just a
Kiss was
weird-
probably like in a lull, and they're like, we need to do something.
Yeah.
Let's make a movie.
Yeah. Agreed. Yep.
But
Absolutely.
I remember like watching this movie in high school and thinking it was hilarious then, and still thinking it was hilarious now. And
Yep.
yeah,
I was
it's
still laughing out loud.
it's a
for
fun.
sure.
It's I don't know. It's a fun stoner movie comedy.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric?
I said rock and roll, and
Hell
specifically
yeah.
Thin Lizzy being played in a movie is
We're not
pretty
answering that
badass.
question yet.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean,
see
that was
how-
my
I see
favorite.
how you try. I see how you tried to sneak in an answer already for that question. I'm not going to allow it.
I'm just trying to tell
He
you
wants to
guys that I
plug 'em.
studied for this. I actually watched the movie, and I've got my answers ready.
How many times did you watch it? Not as much as me.
Probably not.
Yeah, come at me, bro. I agree with Eric on the rock and roll side. I said it's for sure my favorite thing is definitely the rock and roll fuck you vibe. There's just lots of times in life you just want to stick it to the man and say fuck you. There's some people I could do that to right now. We're not
Yeah.
treating you as a human and just acting like it's another paycheck, and that sucks. So those people suck, and
Howard.
this movie shows what rock and roll is all about. They do it with the attitude, the vibe, and also accompanying any of these actions with some of the best rock and roll songs of all time.
Yeah, the soundtrack was fucking sick.
Shout
And
it out
and
loud.
and a
Yeah.
lot of the times they
Wow.
were like, it hit just right from
Oh
like,
yeah,
the needle drop
yeah.
was at the right time.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll get to that though. Dave's gonna
I
get all
know,
up in
Dave
a hissy
wants-
fit
I know.
if we
I can't get
keep
through-
going.
But it's so good in this movie. But yeah, I'll wait. I'll hold my tongue. All right. Now let's go to least favorite thing about the movie. And I'll swing it back to myself. I could pick apart how ridiculous the plot is, but honestly, who cares? The worst part, in my opinion, is Jam's mom. I can't I know. I'm probably stealing from everybody because fuck her.
I've got a
I
back.
can't
back up.
stand hypocrites. I can't stand censorship, and I can't stand people who treat other people with such bullshit disdain. To those people, I like to quote the mountain goats: "If you punish a person for dreaming his dream, don't expect him to thank or forgive you." So fuck her, Dave.
Well said,
I also agree.
John
Fuck Jam's
via
mom.
Matt.
So a few notes. Was that Robert F. Kennedy High School? Yeah.
Okay, so it's not real. That's not a real high school.
No, I
looked it up.
obviously I know it's
I
not
looked-
real, but still
Well,
fucking
so I looked it up.
hilarious.
I know. I looked it up, and there is a John F. Kennedy downtown Cleveland.
No, but that's what's fucking hilarious is
I
that
know.
they didn't want to call it John F. Kennedy, so they called it
Had to go with
Robert.
Robert. So ridiculous.
All right, yeah, and then Jam's mom burning the tickets. Like, hang on a second,
Oh.
mom. All right, like,
Yeah, seriously.
okay, you can burn your fucking kid's ticket,
Yeah.
but trips, Lexus, and Hawks tickets, like
Why don't you sell them instead?
that's like you just wasn't that their money as well? Like, did they
Yeah.
all go in on the tickets?
Right.
And those mushrooms kicked in kind of quick for father.
Yeah.
I understand we're dealing with time here.
Yeah.
We're on the clock.
Yeah.
And on the highway, like, again, we're just like, there's a lot of plot holes in the movie,
There's quite a few.
and we're just picking on a few here.
Name 17.
Christina made some miles because those guys got
yeah.
driving again, and they didn't catch up to her for a while.
Yeah.
Well,
She
and
was.
All I can think was, man,
She started
was
sprinting.
just fucking hoofing it.
Yeah.
She had a jetpack. Jetpack ran out of gas. She
She
ditched
was
it.
catching some rides, like hitchhiking or some shit.
There are so many like factual errors in this movie. I was trying to look up trivia and stuff, and like there's cars on the highway that are from the 90s. The song they're singing didn't come out until like 79, and this is 77, I think.
You guys are a
Like-
bunch of wet blankets.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm not. That's not my least favorite.
No,
thing.
it's not. It's
I'm
they're
just pointing it out.
the humor behind the flaws is
Yeah.
what makes the movie good too.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, agreed. Eric,
Yeah,
what
so
about
they're
you?
talk about a Kiss disco song that they
Yes.
actually did.
Yeah.
They did go disco.
Yeah,
Right.
they're like
absolutely.
the last thing you'll ever see Kiss do is do a fucking
Yeah.
disco song, and then they did do
so
disco.
good. So good. And this song about Beth. Where's Kevin for that? Eric, what was your least favorite thing?
Least favorite thing, I said Jam's mom as well, but since you took it, I'm gonna say the scene where Hawk just fucking vomits in that pitcher up on stage because that is gross. That is absolutely gross.
Stage fright.
Just fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
He
pretty much.
puts it back on.
Yeah, the
Maestro.
like big buff bartender. It's so full. He's like having trouble handling it.
I like the guy dancing, the bartender.
Save your money. It's from the girl at the end.
John, what was your least favorite thing?
Oh, you guys hit them both. Jam's mom, total antichrist.
Yeah, 100%.
What would you say if I said Kiss is the Antichrist?
Yeah, total hypocrite. Like I said, been covered. The second thing Dave said, which is how quick those shrooms kick in. But they try their best because they like flash outside and they're like having a cigarette. They're like, how long is it supposed to take? They're like anywhere from something incredibly low to like a half hour, and I'm like, yeah. Half hour sounds right.
He said 10 minutes to a half hour, and I was like, trip.
He had like half the pizza, and then yeah. But like we said, it's
Don't
not
know
a
how long it
documentary
passed.
film.
Also,
No, right.
how
They-
did the mom?
They definitely they attempted to save it, but with the scene of "But how long does this take?"
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Also, Jam, this is an error I have to point out. I don't know if anybody else notices this, or noticed this, but so Jam puts on his clothes right before they go to school. First of all, was his mom in the room when he changed? Like, could he have just put those tickets in his pocket then?
Yeah, they
Um,
said that she was looking over his shoulder as he changed.
He said
I know.
He said that
Can
she
he
was
say like,
watching
"Hey,
the
I
video.
gotta go take a piss or go to the bathroom," and then wait and then go get the tickets?
I mean,
like, come on.
you're being too logical.
I
you
know. Okay, so fine. I'm fair. I'm fine with that one. However, he goes to school in that ridiculous outfit.
Yeah,
But
I
by
know
the
where
end
Matt's
of
going. I know
by
exactly.
the end
where-
of him, right? So by the end of this school day, him going to Father McNulty's, he's wearing a different outfit. Straight up, just not wearing the same clothes.
He's just all of a sudden got like a jean jacket, a regular
Yeah.
t-shirt. Like,
right, in jeans or
His
something.
His
This is
superhero
completely
costume.
different. Also,
Yeah.
I also thought, like, how did she not notice the car? Because she went to go pick up Jan the night before at that same
Yeah.
house. I don't, and like,
And
you
they were
wouldn't
right
recognize-
Like,
yeah,
it was right there. They weren't even trying to hide.
He's a drunk.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
Oops.
I'll let it go. However, him just having different outfit in the same scene, supposedly, that's a little different. All right, I think this is an easy one. Who won the movie?
It's
John?
Kiss.
It's Kiss.
It's Kiss.
I
That's
a good
said
answer.
the kids.
I mean,
This
Kiss
was
is
a
good-
gigantic advertisement for Kiss.
Sure. I
This-
said the kids because they got to see Kiss live. Some of them got laid. And also, I love road trips with friends. So we need to do another one soon.
Yeah, I mean, I like your answer too, but really, it's Kiss because they made a bunch of money from this
Yeah, that's
in
true.
the 90s or early 2000s when they weren't relevant.
They
Yeah.
wrote the revival.
Yeah.
They
Says
did.
you.
So we've
They
got
do
one
it.
for Kiss and one for kids.
Yeah.
What are you, Dave?
So yeah, I'm with Matt too. I said Mystery, the band. The
Yeah.
Mystery. Yeah.
I literally wrote Mystery.
Hell yeah.
Mystery.
Yep, I agree. John,
Give me back my
what do you got?
drumsticks.
Yeah. That leads me to my winner, which was specifically Jam, who gets laid and stands up to his mom.
It's a pretty good night. And saw Kiss.
Speaking of plot holes,
Ooh.
hey, Mom and Dad, I'm just gonna go say bye to this boy that I mean to say bye to while we're on this trip to Ann Arbor,
Yeah.
Michigan.
Hey,
I thought you were
might
gonna go-
into that church.
I'm just gonna go have sex in a confessional booth real quick. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. I thought you were going
I-
for a top 5 there. That's why I said
Man,
ooh.
too.
I am not gonna
Sorry.
let you on.
That's
it.
okay.
5 plot holes in Detroit Rock City.
That's number 1.
I also saw
That
that.
would have been a good one.
That would have been. I saw that when they were filming this movie, the original church they were going to film it at said no once they saw the script because they saw they banging a confessional booth.
Too satanic. Too satanic.
Right,
Abort,
can't do
abort.
that. Oh my god. All right, next category is going to be the most fun and hardest to choose from. Favorite song, moment, or score scene? Since Dave has been very passionate, we'll let him go first.
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously Jailbreak whenever they're breaking Jam out of the boarding school.
Yep.
Yeah, very good.
That
Yep.
was mine.
banging my head. Yep.
Yep.
All right, Eric, I'll let you pick a backup.
Okay, pick it back up. Iron Man whenever he
Oh,
kicks the
that's
dude in
mine.
the fucking nuts, and the Iron Man
Oh,
just
that's so
drops,
good.
and he's like the baddest ass in the world.
Oh, that's so good. That's mine too.
Yeah.
Just like
So
that
okay, Matt.
first-
So you can pick a backup.
All right. Hopefully I don't take John's. There's so many good ones. I will go with probably Running with the Devil. When
Yeah.
they're all coming together and you're just banging your head to Run with
Yeah.
the Devil.
Was that when they all
Right-
met back at the
Yeah,
intersection?
Right
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like that was
Before
their
they
like coming
fucking beat
together.
each other up.
Yeah. Right. John?
I'm
You have
gonna
to
ruin
pick.
this whole category because I have a top 5.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh
my gosh!
There's
Where is
top
it?
5 non-rock and roll songs in this movie.
Oh my god, that is the best intro. His eyes. I don't remember that. Is he
He's
ever
only
had
had one other one. He's only had one other one.
I never really even had a true top 5.
I gotta watch that video again. Holy shit, that's so good.
Oh gosh.
Video is so good. His face.
I'll start with an outside looking in because this may be considered rock and roll. I'm not sure. But it's when when James steps off the bus in his Kmart clothes and it's James Gang funk number 48 or 49.
Classic rock.
I mean, it's pretty close to rock and roll. That's why I left it outside looking in. But it's
I love
funky.
that first guitar look. That
Good justification.
Down out, the down out, the so a couple others. I don't know.
Also great for audio.
I love that one note.
It's all the same to you, not to
Well,
me.
I mean, to be fair, the real riff is like 2 notes.
Yeah. Oh god. All right, go ahead. Hit us.
So, on third or fourth position, outside looking in and/or bronze, I have Conjunction Junction. What's your function?
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Also, when they're in shop class, you can hear the theme to Our Gang.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Julie picked up on that when we were watching it too. She's like, "That is Schoolhouse Rock."
Oh yeah, Good Old Days is the name of Our Gang's theme too.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna say number 2. I've got Fire by the Ohio Players. That's played.
Wait, hold on. We went from number 4 to number 2.
Well, there was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
5,
Yeah. Sorry,
and
there were 2.
or
Okay.
4,
Okay.
depending
Okay.
on
Look,
where-
it's
you wanna-
whatever numbered list John
You're
wants.
right. You're right.
Remember?
Top
We're
3
in
with
John's
1
top
outside.
5. Numbers are fictitious here.
Numbers are just a construct of the man.
Ohio Players. Okay, yeah. Number 3, 2, 1. I don't know. The Tchaikovsky music when she burns the tickets has to be in the top 3 because it's just horribly epically bad. And number
Yeah.
1, I have Boogie Shoes by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Nice. Very good.
Leads into him filling a pitcher with puke,
I love that song.
doing a kick-ass
My
kick.
boogie shoes.
So nobody. I also like the.
Thank you.
I like the Runaways playing when they're running.
Yeah,
from Elvis
me
out
too.
Of
Oh,
the,
yeah.
Fuck, it's Elvis.
That's not the question we're on.
I know, but I do like that song. Also, the Dr. Love song is one of my favorites, and
Yeah.
the one I was actually debating with Iron Man and Running with the Devil is "Whole Lotta Rosie." I love that song by AC/DC.
Oh
when
yeah.
he like
yeah.
when the door opens and it's him with the dogs and then
Yeah.
it just hits. All right. Next
That
line.
was
Next.
Yeah, we got it.
I got it.
Whole lot
Again,
of
you hit those
roses.
two notes perfectly,
Thanks.
and in time as well.
John and I speak a different language.
Yeah.
It's
Movie
called
podium.
binary. It's
Ah,
just one.
Oh yeah, it's like
Mars
Mars Attack.
Stupid.
We should just do Mars Attack.
Computer
so-
language.
All right, next category. Favorite line from the movie. Let's see who went last. John, you can have first this time.
It's added on to the mom. She's like roasting Jeremiah for like, I can't believe you want to go on with all this, Satanistic whatever, blah blah blah. And the line that gets me is at the end. She adds, in Detroit no less.
Yeah. I said, or I have a few, but I'll go with when the Guido is like, "Have you learned your lesson yet, puke?" And he's like, and Hawk, Edward Furlong's character, is like, if the lesson is you're a dick with ears and a really bad haircut, I'd say, yeah, I've learned my lesson.
Yes.
Eric?
I had a few. The first one was Kiss, Satan's music from Jam's mom.
Yeah. Dave?
It's from what's his name? Father what?
Father
McNulty?
McNulty.
McNulty. Whenever he's tripping on shrooms and he says, "We're gonna take Jam to go see Kiss," the Satan's music, and he goes, "Satan, Santa, they're the same letters, they're the same guy."
There's a few in there because in the eardrum, nose drum thing was kind of ridiculous too.
Do I have nose drums?
Like what? I liked when Tripp saves the cashier, and she's like, "Oh, thank you. Who are you?" And he goes, "They call me Dr. Love."
And he shoots the shotgun.
Yeah, and then it goes, "They call me Doctor." All right, Eric, what else you got?
Said, shit, man, that geek looks like Jam
Oh yeah,
when he's getting off the bus.
Jam. Tripp is the ultimate stoner.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder who we're gonna cast
Jam.
as him.
All four members of Mystery.
John can passes all of them.
Yeah.
I also liked when speaking of when they're driving on the road and Jam's like, it's a teenage girl walking along alone along the side of the road. I mean, they make scary movies that start out like that, and Tripp's like, hey, but they make porno movies that start out like that too, man. I was like, oh my god,
Dear God.
Whenever Jam's
like,
mom
yeah,
busts into the basement after finding his record stashed in what was the name of the
Carpenters,
artist
I think.
that he had it stashed in at his
Yeah,
house?
the Carpenters.
Yeah.
Carpenters.
Yeah.
And he's getting pulled out of there, and they're like, man, if he misses Peter Chris's drum solo, that's the end of his life.
For sure.
I had
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Which was the scalper that convinces Hawk to go into the ladies' club.
Yeah.
He just keeps repeating, "Shake your wee wee." He's like, you go in there, you shake your wee wee, you make whatever. And he keeps repeating, "Shake your wee wee," and it makes a chuckle every time.
We're simple folk here at the movie podium.
Easy to please.
Yep.
Right. I liked when I think it was Tripp when they're like, hey, that's not a girl, that's a Stella. Like,
Yeah.
just calling her a Stella. I I also think probably the most like, um, I guess the most trying to think of reflective. The most reflective quote in this movie came from Christine. I thought when she's like, "Okay, dope, burnout. Let's get one thing straight here. As far as I'm concerned, good tunes is good tunes, be it disco or rock or polka or whatever have you, regardless of the category. Disco is just easier to dance to."
Yeah, that was a
But
good one.
I like the good tunes is good tunes because that's, I mean, honestly, how I feel. Like I love rock and roll the most, but I don't give a shit if it's Casey and the Sunshine Band. I still like it.
Yeah,
Good song's good song.
exactly.
Any others?
I had fuck it's Elvis. We already said that one because it's hilarious.
Boy, Trip delivers some of that, man.
Yeah.
All right. So the next category is, does this movie get made now? So since we kind of covered this last week, I'm swerving here on this one. And I'm going to instead, I didn't tell you this ahead of time, going to ask you which one of the four boys had the hardest journey in Detroit? So like from
Wait, you're
when
switching-
they got there.
You're switching this up on us?
Yeah.
You think
So-
that we can think on the spot this well?
I'll go first. I'll go
Okay.
first.
I'm going to
so-
say whatever you say.
I think the hardest one was, I don't even remember his name, but the one who has the car.
Lex.
Because Lex, yeah. Because I think the way he goes through the backstage of the concert, gets thrown out of the concert, and then gets chased by dogs, and then has to go and attack somebody or get his car back and rescue the girl. I think there's just so many like nuances and dangers involved in that one that I thought that was the most difficult one from A to B, from when they get to Detroit. But I could be convinced otherwise. But I thought his journey was the craziest from when they got to Detroit to when they meet back up. But I do like the idea of thinking about all of their journeys,
Yeah.
as you guys mentioned earlier.
I mean,
Can I go?
yeah, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
Dave.
ultimately, I feel like Lex's journey has the most risk involved because
Yeah,
he's
that's
using
my
his
thought.
mom's car,
Oh,
and
good
then-
answer too.
and then it gets stolen. Like
Mhm.
he plays off like a lot of bad things happening with this car
Yeah.
that he supposedly needs. It's so precious that if anything happens to this car, they almost
Yeah.
get ran off the road. Then it gets fucking stolen, and then
Yep.
Yeah.
he's still worried about breaking into the Kiss concert.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
I agree with that.
I would say if we're going just from being in Detroit, I would say I'm gonna go with Trip because he gets like
Julie said Tripp did have a shotgun
Yeah,
aimed
good
at his
timing.
face.
Yeah, that's fair too.
he gets
Again,
he
I'm
gets,
not.
I mean,
And he gets
ultimately,
beat up.
himself
Yeah, he gets beat
into
up.
trouble because he like his idea is he's gonna bully some kids into getting some Kiss tickets. And
Wow,
then-
even Julie are on the same page.
Yeah, she. Sorry.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. He's
And
the
then-
cause of his problems, but still, it's intense.
That's true. I guess the
but
other
then
question to
he gets in
ask is,
trouble. He's
um,
gonna get beat up if he doesn't like pay
Right.
this kid or whatever.
Mhm.
I guess
And
the
then
other way of thinking about it is, who had the best idea to get into the concert? It's probably not Trip either.
Definitely not
Holding
Tripp.
a gas station.
Even though it
gun.
turns out to be the best one.
I know. Yeah, it turns out to be the reason they get in. Actually,
Yeah.
isn't that wild?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Eric,
go
what
with
would
Tripp
you
as
pick?
well. I'm gonna go with Tripp
Yeah,
as well.
the gun
It's-
scenario.
Yeah.
It's fair.
And he got fucking beat up by
Yeah, those.
what was the kid's brother's name?
Mongo?
Mongo.
Chongo, Chongo.
All right,
He's
Chongo.
Chongo.
starring
That's it.
all the track and field events.
he He's fucked.
Yep.
Speaking of castings,
Oh my god. And John, what would you say?
I think Hawk had a pretty rough time. Like, he got violently ill. He had to
I
puke
feel
and
like
rally.
He had the easiest, but that's just me.
And
You can rally.
I guess if you believe, I mean, he claims he's not stage fright. He had to go through that. But, I mean, they also all kiss, so wasn't it all worth it?
Yeah.
True. They all got to see a kiss. All right. Next category, and this could coincide with some of the music scenes. Most rewatchable scene. Let's go with Dave. Dr. Love, I mean.
them beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Nice.
And then the idea actually working is even funnier.
Yep. Those are good answers. John?
I already alluded to it. It's KC in the Sunshine Band, Boogie Shoes, because it builds him up, and then he just hurls into that. He empties his stomach into the pitcher, and then he's like sitting there like grunting and gasping, and then he's like, "All right, hit my music." So, like the comedy of like you're getting like built up, like yeah, he's gonna perform, and then it just boom.
It's also
a halt.
yeah, it's also preceded by him like getting up off the stool and just fucking face planting right
Oh
there.
yeah.
And you think that like that's gonna be the bad part.
The end,
He's gonna get up on
right.
stage and like rock this, but then he starts fucking vomiting.
I do like that. Where it's kind of. It's not like this big triumphant scene, you know?
Yeah,
Oh
definitely
yeah,
not.
people like before he goes on and just kills it. People are just like staring at him and just
I know.
like they just go from person to person, just giving a disgusted reaction. That's, beautiful.
Eric, what about you?
I initially said the trip scene where he stops the robber, but I'm gonna switch it up and I'm gonna say the scene, well, the shot of the tongue shot at the concert from inside Gene Simmons' mouth with the tongue is like
It's pretty rewatchable. I'll give you
it's
that.
just doing this, and
I'll
then
give you that.
then it cuts to Gene Simmons like with blood in his mouth.
Blood
That's
like
hilarious.
Yeah,
overflowing.
I completely forgot that shot was in there, and it made me giggle.
That is a ridiculous. I kind of forgot about it too. I said that my favorite scene, other than the Iron Man scene, I love that and all of the outrageous music scenes.
Yeah,
But I also like when Jam finally sticks up to his mom and calls out all the hypocrisy. Like that whole thing is awesome. Like just what is God have mercy or whatever he says.
Yeah, I just had
lost
sex
my
in the
virginity in
confessional.
a confessional booth. Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. So good.
Now give me back my fucking drumstick.
Yeah, that's
Please.
the way he ends that. Please. At least he said
And then one's broken, and he's like, "Nice."
please. Yeah.
Well, he catches one from Paul.
yep,
That's so good.
it's
all right.
Peter,
That's
but
Peter.
I'll let it slide.
Off-screen drunk. Well, he's not here tonight.
Who could it be? Who could it be?
We need the Jeopardy
One
theme
hit.
song.
Dude.
Oh, that note right there.
And then I just hit it with Kevin. Or no,
That's a good-
you just need to put up like the blue screen with the white, and then I'll write Kevin in white. You can just put
Yes.
it up as my answer
For
for after we play the Jeopardy music.
your
What
weight
is
of
Kevin?
5,099.
Let's see. I have Jam's mom for that one.
Yeah.
Same.
Pretty easy.
He was a
answer,
chain
I think.
smoker like Kevin.
Oh,
That's
Exhibit
fair. Oh my
A, how
god!
she's
And when
like-
she's driving.
I'll be. She's like, I'll be out late for my church activity. I'll be home after 1.
Church activity. Come on.
I said the disco gang because they did not drink on camera, but you know that they're going to all the clubs and partying with all the disco people. So
Yep.
they're going crazy.
They're hopped up.
They definitely are.
I'm all hyped up on Mountain Dew.
All right. Next category. Casting our friends.
I call
I go
first. I
first?
call first.
Oh damn.
Eric, you can go first.
Okay, sweet. So we've said it multiple times. Dave has alluded to it. Kevin is Jam's mom because chain smoking, number one. Number two, generally just being a wet blanket sometimes. And then he's so strong in his beliefs. Like whatever he thinks is right. And no one's gonna tell him different. I said John is Trip because come on. But I specifically
My mom was on shrooms when she gave birth to me.
yeah. I specifically like the thought of John getting so pumped and calling in to a radio station and like answering this question correctly, but then just getting so stoked and hanging up before they could take his information so he could actually get what he won.
That's something I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
I said Dave is Hawk because he's the eye candy all the ladies are staring at in the club. In the club.
Breaks me off a piece.
I would probably vomit that. I could probably throw up a picture and vomit before I stripped on stage.
I said that I'm Lex because I'd have the dogs by my side, just hanging out.
It's hilarious.
And I would try to sneak into a show by
yeah,
carrying equipment, you know. And then I've been proven this multiple times throughout the show. So Matt is Jam because I have it right here. I'm going back to the Mountain Goats quote
Quotes.
that quotes Mountain Goats quotes that Matt
Mountain Quotes.
did earlier, and his most rewatchable scene was Jam standing up to his mom. And I said Matt is Jam because he's not going to put up with someone just telling him what to do all the time.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
That is my list.
Nice.
Also,
Very good.
we can say that Daniel is the older lady in the strip club that pays for sexual favors.
If
We
Rusty's
missed
still
a
in
good
here,
line
we
where
do
he
have
says,
Dan.
now
in
you
these
saw
stats.
me and my dick throw up.
It is a good line.
Yeah,
It's a
that is.
really good line. Dave, you got next.
All right, so I had Kevin as Elvis because he just takes his job too seriously.
He misses that one fire extinguisher check, and he's like, "No!"
I got Matt as Congo because muscles. I also had Eric as Lex because I could see Eric trying to break into the show and like just blending in with by carrying equipment and shit like that. But I also said that I might also be Lex because I could easily be coaxed into borrowing my mother's car into taking a ride with my friends.
Yeah.
You get way in over your head.
John is Trip,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Nice. Nice.
I like that one.
John. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, we've got. I think my best cast is Kevin as Jeremiah because drums and Beth.
Oh, that's so good.
Lord have.
Wow.
Also,
It was
Jam
just
is
right
the
there.
very kind-hearted, most
was
kind-hearted
right
one of the bunch. I also thought of casting Eric as him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Matt
it was
is
right
hot
there, and
just
John saw it,
because-
and none of us saw it.
Well, we there was a scene where his mom chain smoked in the car. Like that's
Yeah.
gonna overshadow everything.
I like it, John.
Yeah.
Matt, I have as Hawk, just lead singer. I go that way a lot. I'm like, hey, Matt's the leader. He's our Leonardo.
I probably would throw up. Oh, no, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, rallying everyone to Detroit, he's like, hey,
Yeah, for
man,
sure.
let's go.
Yeah,
I've
that's a
definitely
good
seen
point.
you do Kid Rock karaoke or
I did
karaoke
not throw up.
for a Kid Rock song, and you did not throw up. So
No.
and you didn't get stage fright. So
No,
I don't know if
no.
I would agree with that, but I
called
like
acting
it nonetheless.
Yeah. It's called acting a fool. I know how to do that.
It's called acting.
Don't know how to do that.
I thought Lex could be both Dave or Eric because dogs.
Nice.
So, because Trip was left vacant, I knew I had to cast all 4 members of Mystery. I couldn't cast myself, which would be the obvious.
Why couldn't you?
So I picked Eric because I think he plays lead guitar in Mystery. Lead guitarist.
But hold on, why weren't you able to cast yourself?
Because I guess I'm my own friend. We're friends is why I excluded myself. But if I'm considered my own friend,
Allowable. It's doable. I like it though. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Very good.
John, look,
Go ahead.
you're allowed to cast yourself.
Yeah,
oh,
We'll allow it.
all right.
yeah.
All
I
right.
casted myself.
I'll remember that for next time.
I did not cast myself on this one.
Kidding, I won't remember.
Joke's on you.
I'll hold you to that. I had Eric as Jam because what John mentioned about being kind-hearted. He'd be the nice guy picking up Christine. I had Trip as John because shrooms and drugs.
That laugh.
I had Bogey as Chongo, bullying somebody. I had Elvis was Cole because he's still at the high school.
That's a good one.
Jesus.
I have Dave as Hawk because stage fright and gets with the girl, and I have Kevin as Jam's mom because of SIGs.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes so much sense.
Yeah, for sure.
I enjoyed that casting. Good job,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Drums and Beth. That's like it's
so
right
good.
there. It's
so
right
good.
there. But none of us picked it except for John. That's
That was good.
yeah.
Yep. I just thought of John as Jam because of the mom, kid, son interactions, of course, and then also Jam's nice and kind-hearted. So I was saying Eric. So those were my 2 for that. But yeah, that's awesome. The drumming
Just-
thing's funny too.
About Jam, not ascribing him to any of us, but something I liked about his character is how he was like, he knew how to like handle his mom. He's like, yeah, I'm grounded, but I can handle it. I've been grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's never
that's
stopped me
also
before.
true. All right, well, we've got 2 left. This one will be pretty short because most of these guys weren't in anything, and I didn't really do too much research on it. But so, is this a podium role for any of the top billed cast members? So really, there's only 2 to talk about, and I don't even know if Natasha Lyonne is technically a top billed cast member because she's not one of the 4 guys, but she's probably the second biggest actor or actress in this.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she deserves some recognition. She's great in this, and
Yeah.
she's an awesome actress, and so I wanted to give her a shout out. As far as the actors go, the only one that's really made a name for himself, and sadly, almost all of the movies that come out before this was Edward Furlong.
Yeah.
I thought my gut reaction was that the drummer
Yeah,
had
so
more
Jam
movies later.
so he was in some other things, but it was like nothing. I'll pull it up as we're talking about Edward Furlong. So Edward Furlong was like not in a ton after this,
Yeah.
but his top 3 are like pound for pound some of the best 3 movies for a podium, right?
It's a pretty solid podium.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
Detroit Rock City, Terminator 2, which is crazy good,
Yeah.
and then also American History X.
Yeah.
All huge. So, from what I remember, Jam was in one of the Superman movies, but again, that's not huge.
He was in Cabin Fever.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh, he was too, along with the other dude from Trip.
Boy Meets World.
Oh, I have some other funny ones here. He was
no, I'm sorry. Jam was not. I don't think Trip was.
Mhm.
Trip.
That's
was.
what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you're right. Jam was in. You might remember this. He was Mimi Siku in Jungle to Jungle. He was the boy.
Yes.
He's
Tim
also
Allen?
Ox, and with Tim Allen. He was also Ox in Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah.
Sweet. He was he was in Superman Returns as Jimmy Olsen. So the friend.
Still kind of a big role. I mean, this is not a big role. Jeremiah, he's sharing the screen with 4 people.
Yeah, but honestly, so like
And he
I
is
think that's
kind
a
of,
bigger.
I guess lead of all them. In my opinion, he's sort of like the the 1A above the other folks. Maybe Edward Furlong's the other
Sure.
top.
So
of
just
top.
Yeah.
Giuseppe Andrews was in a few other movies to note. He was the deputy in Cabin Fever. He was in Pleasantville as Howard. I haven't seen that in forever. And also Never Been Kissed. So
He was
has
also in
been
Independence Day.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was one of the brothers that Randy Quaid.
No shit.
The crop duster guy. Yeah.
Wow.
I was looking through the list and I was like, Independence Day, who was he in that? And Julie was like, you know who he was. Come on.
Yeah.
And she had to tell me, but
his name is
completely
Troy
correct.
in that movie.
Yeah, it's a crowded screen in that movie as well.
Okay, so him and Trip are both in Cabin Fever.
Yeah.
Which came out 3 years later, so they must have
become friends.
I don't know, tried out at the same time. Trip was also in American Pie, but he was the enthusiastic guy.
Yeah, I saw that. Enthusiastic guy. So I don't think that's on his podium.
Oh yeah, he's in the tour group.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Okay. I was assuming that he was like someone that was watching the computer.
Party. Or at the party. Oh, probably at like all of those. Probably like just one of the bystanders.
More than he's basically an extra.
Yeah.
Wow. So again, as I suspected, really only Edward Furlong had a good career after this. And Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah.
All right. Last category. We ask, does Detroit Rock City podium as one of the best road trip movies of all time? See, Dave, what do you got?
No. It does not.
Okay.
And Dave says thank you. Next.
Next.
No, I got a list.
Okay.
Number 3, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Number 2, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Is that a Nick Cage movie?
Those drugs. No,
Oh,
Johnny
no.
Depp.
Johnny
Johnny
Depp. I was close.
Yeah. Based on
And-
Hunter S. Thompson.
Number 1 is Dumb and Dumber.
Yep.
Very good.
I knew it. I was.
Some
I
might be
knew
on
it.
some others too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. John, did this make your podium?
No.
Ooh, I could tell you were trying.
Yeah, because it's
Don't try too
a lot
hard.
of it's not on the road. Like we said before, Cleveland to Detroit, not that
It's
far.
It's not. It's really not. It's less than 3 hours.
Dumb and Dumber, definitely. It may be my number one. Because I go all the way from Providence to Aspen.
I love how
Another
distance
one.
matters here.
Road trips are so hard. I'm hard. Sorry.
You could say road trip.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh, there you go.
Just,
Yep.
I love it. I don't know if it's, if it not me. It's probably not on the like everyone's podium, but I really like it.
I knew you. I had a feeling. Is Raising Arizona road trip? It
No,
kind of goes on a road trip to hunt for diapers.
no, because he never leaves Arizona. He's always
Yeah,
in
that's
Maricopa County.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. Move on. I need to think of a third.
All right, Eric.
Okay, I said no.
Okay.
Number 3 is Euro Trip. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Right. Yeah.
Number 2 is Dumb and Dumber.
Nice.
And then I think I might have not got this correct, but number 1 is Lord of the Rings.
I
Because
wonder
it's like
if anybody. It is a road trip. It's a
It's like-
journey.
yeah, it's like a journey, not necessarily a road trip cuz like they want to stay off the road.
I was curious if
You
anybody
don't
would
want to
say
go down
that.
that road.
Don't want to go down the road.
Yeah.
I
All
was
right.
curious if you were gonna. If somebody was gonna say that.
Don't go down the road.
Well,
Don't get me started on that.
John,
Send me
see
up
if
to
any-
Maine.
That's exactly what I want to do. Is get
You got me.
John. See if any of these spark your interest. Some outside looking ins that we didn't mention were Into the Wild, Rain Man. John did mention Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I just wasn't sure if anybody would mention that one. Mad Max, Thelma
Yeah,
and
they're on a road.
Louise, Little Miss Sunshine,
Mm-hmm.
Almost Famous is mostly on the road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tommy Boy, I almost put. It was a
Oh,
very
man.
close one. Because, I mean, they're on the road to sell bumpers. I was so close to
They're
putting
selling
that
brake
on.
pads, you
Brake
dummy.
pads. Sorry.
Yeah. You need to get a new
Oh,
Mac.
whatever.
Des Moines in Iowa.
Let's see. We have Easy Rider, which was like one of the first road trip movies. Rat Race, which was
Yes,
fun.
Rat Race
I
is
like
so good.
race movies. Yeah.
It's the race.
Yeah. Gumball Rally, Road Trip, which I wasn't sure if John would put Road Trip,
Yeah.
and Sideways as well.
Does Fast and the Furious count?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't technically.
I don't
yes.
remember how long do they go.
Zombieland?
Are they
Which-
on? I know it's
Which Fast and
Zombieland?
Furious?
Isn't it? Yeah, it depends on the.
Is it
I
the
don't
Fast and the Furious, or is it just Fast and
Speed.
Furious?
No, the
know.
first
Speed.
one.
Or is it
Fast
the-
and the Furious?
Or is it Fast 5
Fast Five.
I mean, they're in cars.
or Furiouser? I don't know if that was a real one.
So yeah, my third, I was gonna, they're not rated highly, but I like Rat Race and Road Trip.
Yeah. Those are good.
Would
We've
Stealing
probably seen
Harvard be
yeah.
another one?
How
I can't remember exactly.
far of a is it a road trip? I mean, I know
I don't
I
know
remember
if
the
it is.
plot,
Yeah,
but I don't
don't
remember if they have
I-
to like drive there.
Yeah,
or what.
I
What's
Nah,
the,
I
can't
think
remember.
It's pretty much like neighborhood to
It's just there.
neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it! Why
Same
am I
with
blanking on?
Orange County.
Why am I blanking
Well,
on the
yeah,
movie?
unless Yeah, leaving
Um,
college, leaving for college has to be.
The romantic comedy where
Oh, I know that one.
I'm getting there, where when the woman has the orgasm in Cat's Deli.
Oh, when
Oh,
Harry
Matt's
Met
favorite
Yeah,
Sally.
when
movie.
Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
Harry
some
Met
of that's
Sally.
in a.
Yeah, that's a road
That's
trip movie, right?
It starts. Yeah, I guess
I
so. It
love
starts on
how
the
you
road.
identified that. You're like, all right, so the woman has the orgasm in the deli. Yeah.
Yep, that one.
We all got it. It was
Yeah.
a very good
You knew what I was
reference.
talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
You went down
So
that road.
also did not make my podium for kind of the same reasons we talked about. I just didn't think it was on the. I like this movie, and if more of it was on the road, then fine. But there's really not a ton. It feels like a road trip movie because they're trying to get to a Kiss concert, so it is a journey.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like that kind of road trip enough.
Is Forrest Gump a road trip movie?
I say no to Forrest Gump. He sits on a bench the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought about it because it is like a story of his life.
That
but to
lazy
me,
ass.
I have no. I say
All right.
no.
The Odyssey. If there's been a film,
But he did all that stuff.
Yeah, but it's not like him and his buddies going to one place to another. That's kind of how I look at it, at least. So I had Dumb and Dumber
What about him
on
and
my
Bubba?
list too.
It's Matt's list.
I mean, Bubba dies
I'm
too
sorry.
early. I was looking up lists and Forrest Gump did come up, and I'm just kind of scratching my head. So Dumb and Dumber made everybody's list. I had Dumb and Dumber.
Nice.
I mean, how could you not? I had Pee-wee's Big Adventure for my number 2.
Yeah.
The Alamo.
Good one. Yeah, the basement.
And my number 1, I've been saying, I think this is the 3rd episode in a row, and it's the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, you have been Blues Brothers heavy recently.
And I'm not even trying, but I'm like trying to think of a better movie in terms of like driving around and picking people up and doing one thing to the next. Like it's like the
It
ultimate
takes
like
place on the road.
yeah, the whole movie is like basically on, and even the end is a chase scene in cars. So
But is that a road trip?
yeah, because they're picking up each member of the band. They're going from one place
good,
to
John?
another. Pick up their
Yeah, I
band.
didn't shit myself. I just started. So we're good.
So
Don't work too hard down there. Might have another title defense. Nope.
that concludes
gotta
our
find the
episode, I think.
I think that's as good a note to end on as any.
What should we do next week?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna suggest that this year we do Independence Day for Independence Day.
Oh, I'm good with that. That's fine. I'm good
That's
with
the
that.
only idea that I've had recently, and I know that that's like a month or two away. But I just wanted to put that one out there in the ether, the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
But next week, I don't know.
So since I think we should piggyback off of one of the list. So last week we did rock and roll and we picked Detroit Rock City. So I have 2 suggestions: Dumb and Dumber or Tommy Boy,
Oh, I'm down with either one of those.
since those are both road trip movies, and then we kind of
Yeah.
snake off of that. Snake draft.
Should we put it to a vote for everyone?
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
that's a good idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do those 2.
Okay, we're gonna vote.
Stop
So
yawning, Dave.
So on Instagram and here on YouTube, we're gonna
Yep.
put up polls for Tommy Boy and Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, so help us out.
So
Pick
help
our
us
movie
out.
to watch.
It's-
I'm
Next
excited
week's gonna
for
be
either
awesome.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
The quotes are
polls sound like?
insane.
Tommy Boy or Dumb and Dumber? Ooh,
It's
Yeah,
that's
those
a
are-
Titanic struggle.
yeah,
I know.
it really is.
All right, well that concludes our episode. Thanks for everybody
Already.
for tuning in and listening. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've been watching or staying with us this long, please do
thank you.
that. Also, you can follow us on our all the favorite social media platforms, mainly Instagram, sometimes TikTok, and yeah, be on the lookout to vote and help us pick that next movie. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Rock the vote.
The credits roll now, the show is done. We watched the movie and had our fun. Thanks for hanging with us for so long. We'll see you next week on the movie podium.